Hi, welcome to another episode of Mom Does It All. If you're looking for encouragement, empowerment, and uplifting in motherhood and mompreneurship, this is a show for you. I'm your host, Marta Spurk, triplet mom, certified success coach, and all things motivation extraordinaire. In this episode, I'll be telling you to F everyone. Wait, what? Not like that. But you're going to have to listen to the episode to figure out what I'm talking about. So let's get right to it. Hey, Mompreneurs, do you have a product-based business? I have a few ideas brewing in my head, and I want to start doing giveaways via podcast. So if you have products that you want to showcase and get more exposure for your business, hit me up. Get in touch with me, and I will be sharing more details soon. My parents have been in town. They had been coming to visit from Brazil once a year, and recently they decided to start coming twice a year, which has been fun, especially as the kids get older and understand that they're family, even though they don't see them that often. We do FaceTime with my mom a lot, and it's cute to see them saying stuff half in Portuguese, half in English. And we spent the weekend on the mountains with my sister and her daughter and her husband. And it was fun to do like a little family trip with everyone together. And it actually brought a lot of memories and even more understanding of, being a mom and family and all of that. And I've shared certain things before, how being a mom now makes me appreciate my mom so much more. It's like growing up, I resented her for so many things and really wanted to make a point to do things differently once I became a mom myself because I was unhappy with whatever she had done. And then now being a mom, I understand, especially with my whole coaching thing too, I understand how, she really did the best she could. She loved me from a place in her that had love as best as she could. And this is what I'm doing now with my kids. Except I am really, really digging deep and looking back into my past to find the things that I want to work on so that I can pass this on to my kids and help them see this too, that I am an imperfect person, just like everybody else, just so they don't put me on a pedestal, or anyone for that matter. And this was something that came up after we came back from the trip, and I was just talking to my sister about, we've always been very close, my sister and I, and we've been like best friends, and especially when talking about our parents and the things that we didn't like that they did to us and how we wanted to be different once we had our own family. And especially now, with our husbands being from a different culture, both of them being American, and some of our views clash, and we always confide on each other. And that's why I love, having a sister, because we can talk about our marriage troubles or mom troubles and all of the things, when before we used to share just like, the daughter troubles, both of us being daughters. And we were talking about how we understand things from a different perspective now, how there is no use to hold grudges and resentment for family or for anyone for that matter, because it really is a waste of time. And I have touched on this before too, how I've been realizing so much how just resenting people and thinking bad about people and holding things against people, it just really is detrimental to ourselves. And so many times we feel like being mad at someone is punishing them, when in reality, it's punishing ourselves. We are the one getting the short end of the stick because we are causing the situation. And it goes back to the whole thing of, you create your own happiness or unhappiness. No one forces you to feel any certain way. So when you feel resentment towards anyone, especially someone in the family, which usually is the hardest thing to overcome because it hits home literally, you feel like you are punishing them by, maybe not talking to them or treating them ugly or whatever it is. And in reality, you're really hurting your own self and depriving yourself from that relationship. You know what I mean? Because of the expectations that we set from people. And this is another thing that I've been learning from the book that I've been reading, that I've been talking about and raving about, which is May Cause Miracles by Gabby Bernstein. I've been loving it. I've been learning so much, and it's really come in the perfect time for me to, because I've been doing this inner work, and realizing the things from my past that have been holding me back, and definitely this resentment for my parents and for my upbringing is definitely something that had been holding me back, and I'm finally being able to forgive and let go. And this is what this episode is all about, the F word. This is one of the things that Gabby says in the book. Every Thursday, because it's a daily practice, a daily journal meditation that she suggests. Every Thursday, it's the day for the F word. And last week, actually, when I was reading it for Thursday, she said, F everyone. And she's talking about forgiveness. And it's just funny, play on words, because obviously when you use that expression F, forgiveness doesn't come to mind. So I love that. That, it starts with forgiving yourself, of course, because everything starts with yourself. So often we think we need to deal with things with other people, and we think other people are causing our problems and it's their fault. But it really starts from within. Happiness and unhappiness, it starts from within. And learning to deal with all of this is really the starting point for you to create a happy reality for yourself and for your family, and instill this in your kids. And I talked about forgiving yourself before and accepting yourself as a mom when you have these feelings against motherhood, that you feel unfulfilled, you resent your kids for taking away your freedom and wanting things to be back the way they were before you had kids and all of that. And this past week has been about understanding how important it is to forgive my parents and everyone in my life growing up that I resented, that I thought made my life worse somehow, that I thought should have acted differently. And it's about understanding that the past is in the past, and all I have right now is today, right? And if I want tomorrow to be better than yesterday, it's getting convoluted, but check this out. All I have is today, but if I want tomorrow to be better than yesterday, I really have to forgive today. And I have to choose to forgive tomorrow. It's daily work, right? And there is one sentence that she says in the book that really struck a chord with me. I'd rather be happy than right. So this is the message that I want to convey to you today, and again makes me emotional because I'm dealing with this right now, and I'm constantly dealing with things and encouraging you to deal with them as well, is that when we resent people, when we, put expectations on people that they don't meet, and we get frustrated and disappointed, it's because we feel like there is a right way to act, right? The right way is they should have pleased me. They should have talked to me like this, yada, yada, yada. And understanding that people are different and that they have their own agenda and their own issues releases all of these expectations and helps you break away from the need of being right all of the time. And I can completely resonate with this because the source of all of my arguments with my husband, growing up with my sister, with my parents, and even with friends sometimes, stems from the need to prove that you are the right one in the situation, that they are in the wrong, right? I mean, it's always about that in an argument. Why you can't even, finish an argument is because both parties feel like they're right. And sometimes you just have to let it go and choose to be happy instead. And it's all about, picking your battles too. And that's something that you learn, especially with toddlers and especially in marriage. Sometimes you just have to let it go and forgive and choose to give up the right of being right. It's okay if I'm right and this wasn't accepted or verbally confirmed. You know what I mean? It's like, I'd rather be at peace in this situation. And that's what forgiveness is all about. It's okay if they hurt me. That doesn't mean that I'm approving of what they did or that what they did was right. That's not the issue here. The issue is I'd rather be at peace right now than be agonizing over something or really tormenting yourself. I actually love that word, torment, because when you are feeling so strongly about something that you have to argue about that you have to be right in that situation, or that you resent that person, even if you're not, actively arguing about something, but over and over in your head, you're just pissed off because they said this and they did that and they gave me that look. You're tormenting yourself. You are actively choosing to torment yourself by replaying those things in your head about how terrible they were to you. Why do that? Why not just forgive? I mean, seriously, when you do that, you are choosing torment and fear and all of these ugly feelings when you could just as easily turn that around and say, I choose to be happy. I'd rather be happy than be right. I love that. I'm just in love with this book because this is just such revelation. And especially another thing that she says is how we are all one. And I've shared this before when I was talking about the manifestation and the little course that I took about the different laws of the universe and how the law of attraction is just one of them. One of the laws is the law of oneness. And I've come to learn so much more in depth through Gabby's book about how we are all one. So when you are hating someone, you are hating yourself because you are projecting that on yourself. You are bringing that upon yourself. And it is true. When you're resenting someone, you are harming yourself. So that's how we are all one. And what you wish upon others, you will get upon yourself. So when you forgive, when you forgive, you are wishing that love and that peace and that just release and that letting go for yourself. And in turn, wishing that for others too. And they will receive it because that's energy that you're issuing out there. And a lot of it too, with the whole thing of expectations, is that we have this idea in our head, and a lot of it has to do with movies and fairy tales, that they have ruined reality for us because they've created this picture, and social media too, they've created this picture and this idea that there is that perfect relationship, that romance, that man that will sweep you off your feet, or that there is that friendship, or that there is that loving mother that will never disappoint you. And this creates these expectations within us as we grow up. And we get so attached to this image that we cause the disappointment ourselves because we fail to realize that people are imperfect, just as we are. So when we put anyone in a pedestal, whether it is a significant other or a parent or even a child, you are setting yourself up for failure and for disappointment because they will disappoint you. They will fall short because everyone has, their shortcomings. And understanding that really helps you lower your expectations and therefore lower your disappointments. But not because you think everyone's crap, but because you see things and people through eyes of love and through eyes of peace. So instead of searching for that special person, that special relationship, that special connection, you can search for that, or you can find that, I should say, within yourself. Instead of looking for that special relationship with another person, create that special relationship with yourself, because automatically you will be creating special relationships with everyone around you. So it really starts within, and it starts with you. And it goes back to, if you don't judge yourself so much, you won't judge others. But usually we think we're judging others and that's it. But it all goes back to you being unhappy and unresolved with yourself, and then you project that onto others. And when I was getting ready to record this, I actually, I've been, Ariana Grande's song, Thank You Next, is all over the place. I mean, every radio station. And Gloria loves that song. She actually asks me to play it on YouTube sometimes, and she just sings, Thank You Next. And it's so cute. And I actually really love the message in the song. I know it's like a, breakup song, I'm better off without you kind of song, but it really is a great message to say, I am grateful for the troubles, which I've talked about this before. They're lessons, right? Things that don't work out, even though it's frustrating, it has to happen so that we can learn and grow and evolve. And one of the things that she says is that, people say I move on too fast, but this one is going to last because her name is Ari, right? She's talking about herself. And I love that because this is what we should be doing and realizing about ourselves. If you depend upon yourself to fulfill your needs instead of others, it's a true relationship that is going to last and you're not going to be disappointed. And even if you do get disappointed at yourself, you can go back to that place of forgiveness, right? Go back to understanding that you do have your failures and that's fine, and move on and carry on and grow and evolve. So I love that song. Let me know if you like that song. I know it's everywhere. And once you've listened to something so much, it gets annoying. But I really think it's a great message, especially out there when most songs, the lyrics barely have any meaning. I thought this was a good message because it's really a message of love instead of saying, I'm better off without you, you suck. It's like, thank you for teaching me what I should look for. And what I should look for is that I should be first and foremost happy with myself and, being at peace with myself and love myself and accept myself instead of looking for that from somebody else, because nobody can give you that. Nobody, haven't I said, nobody can fill your cup? Stop waiting for someone to fill your cup. You have to do it yourself. Stand up, go get the cup, go get the coffee pot and pour it in your own cup if you're a coffee person. So this is what I had today. I wanted to encourage you to forgive your family. Forgive if you've had issues growing up, with your parents. I hope this hits you today. This touches your heart to understand that they did the best that they could, and just forgive. It doesn't matter if what they did was right or wrong. Just choose to be happy. Don't get caught up on that because it's your choice. Whether that is with parents or, with a significant other or with a friend, you're only harming yourself if you're holding on to these things. And just forgive, let go, and move on and create a beautiful life for yourself just because you can. I really hope you enjoyed this episode because it really came straight from the heart, everything that I've been feeling the last couple weeks. And hopefully this helps you get rid of grudges and resentment and just forgive, let go, and just live a happier, lighter life, letting go of all this crap. Have a great rest of your day and of your week, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.